PPA, it's Heidi Allen, founder of the Positive People Army. How is everyone today? It's Wednesday, guys. We are halfway through our week. It's Wednesday, and it's Positive Word Wednesday. One of my favorite days of the week. Whew, that sun is a little hot. One of my favorite days of the week because this is a day that I generally share a story. Sometimes I share, fables. Sometimes I share old stories. And sometimes I share personal stories. And today, I'm actually going to be sharing a personal story about other people's opinions, about how other people can actually have, they can actually control how we're thinking, what we're doing, what some of our decisions are, and how we need to let go of that and have self-confidence. So our word of the day is self-confidence and having the courage to listen to your own inner voice and your own intuition and not letting other people dictate what your life is. So I'm going to tell a story. Like I said, I'm telling a personal story today. And this particular story has to do with my younger son, Hayden. So as most of you know, I have two boys, Michael and Hayden. And this one is with my younger son, Hayden. See, when Hayden was younger, his entire life, I should say, Hayden has always been this incredibly artistic human being. Very much so. He loves to draw, he loves to paint, he loves to sketch, he loves to write, he loves all of it. He absolutely loves anything that is creative. And so as he was going through school, it was very clear that what he wanted to do was something to do with the arts. So when it came to grade 8, he decided he wanted to go for high school. He wanted to go to an art school. He wanted to go to an art school where he could tap into anything artistic to really feel where it was that it was his thing. Was it going to be, in computer, like filming and stuff like that? What is it going to be drawing? What was it going to be? So, of course, I, am very much a person that supports anything when someone follows their dreams. So when my son said to me he wanted to go to an art school, I was like, you're going to an art school then. So with this particular art school, so here in Toronto, there's a number of art schools here in Toronto, but the particular one that he wanted to go to, you had to apply an audition, very much like college. It was like filling out a college application to go to this school. And with that, he had to submit a portfolio. He had to submit recommendations from people in the community, different things that he had done in the arts that really supported that he was this artistic person. He literally had to audition to get into high school. So, like I said, we got this package. It was like a college application form. And what we had to do is we had to get a number of reviews, testimonials. We had to get all of this from different people. One of which was his art teacher. So, Hayden and I, with the package, make an appointment with his art teacher, who just happened to also be his homeroom teacher. So this was someone that he saw day in and day out, not just one class a week, he saw day in and day out. This was his grade 8 teacher. So we go in, we sit down, we're having an interview. Hayden's with me, we have the package, and the teacher says, oh, Hayden, how's everything going? Have you picked the high school you want to go to? And Hayden says, yes, I have. I want to go to Rosedale Arts High School. I want to go to an art school. And the teacher did this. Well then. I'm literally like, excuse me? Was that for us? Like, what was that comment? What was this comment she was making towards my son? And I said, I'm sorry, excuse me? Is there a problem with Hayden wanting to go to Rosedale Art School? Do you see a problem with this? And she said, well, I'm not joking you. This is exactly how it happened. Well, Rosedale Art School is a very prestigious school. And, they only take the best of the best. I'm sorry, Was she implying that my son is not the best? Is this what she's implying here? So I said to her, I said, I'm sorry, but like, you know, I feel Hayden is a very talented human being. I mean, his paintings are on our walls in our house. I mean, he gives paintings like every single Mother's Day, Christmas, birthday, whatever it was, he would paint me something like this. I'm telling you, his sketches are phenomenal. People in our neighborhood have cards that he has made with their sketches and have kept them. They're that good. So I said, you know, I feel Hayden is very talented. And she says, well, of course you're going to feel that. You're his mother. I am not joking you. There was a moment where all I wanted to do was tear her face off, put it on a canvas, put it up on the wall as the newest art piece called Vengeance. I'm telling you, I was like, are you kidding me with this? So I was like, okay, I'm sorry, but so you feel Hayden's not talented enough to get into Rosedale? Because I gotta tell you, like, I really feel Hayden is talented enough to get in there. And what we need from you is a recommendation written that Hayden is. And she's like, well, I said, okay, you know what? You seem to feel that you have an opinion here on that Hayden is not talented enough and there are more talented people. What I would love for you to do is show me on the wall, because when we walked in the classroom, it is every wall from like head to ceiling is covered in artwork from all the students. And I had asked Hayden, is any of your stuff up here? And he's like, yeah, 5 of them. And he showed them to me. And I was like, seriously, this kid is so talented. And I know I'm his mom, but he really is talented. So anyway, I said to her, can you point out my son's artwork on the walls here, and then show me other people's artwork so that I can have some sort of understanding where you're coming from. Because I am so big. Guys, we're here in the PPA, and as you know, perspective is huge for me, you know, and I'm like, am I too biased here? So I'm like, listen, I want you to show me his and compare it to someone else's so I can understand where you're coming from right now. And this is what happened. She looked. Now I could tell she was getting a little panicked. She's looking again, and she's looking again. She had no idea which piece of artwork was Hayden's. So I said, she then looked at Hayden and said, Hayden, can you point out? I said, no. You seem to be the expert here that my son is not talented enough to get into Rosedale Art School, and yet I just want to get some clarity here. You can't even point out his artwork. Is that what we're dealing with right now? And she said, well, I mean, there's so many students. I said, you know what? There is. Hayden, can you please point out to your art teacher your artwork? And he did. He pointed out 5 different pieces of artwork. And then the teacher, thank goodness, she got down off her high horse and she actually admitted that a lot of his work was really talented. Here's the thing, guys. In life, there are so many human beings that have so many opinions about what we're doing with our lives. Maybe this is your family. Maybe this is your friend, a coworker, your boss at work, strangers. People have opinions on our lives. And what happens sometimes is their opinions squash our self-confidence in ourselves, that we don't have the ability because we see them in a position of maybe power or rank, or maybe it's a father or a mother. And so we believe what they're saying instead of having the self-confidence to listen to ourselves, to listen to what's inside of us, to listen to us that have the only opinion that matters here. When that whole thing went down with the teacher, I watched Hayden crumble. under her opinion. And then when I, thank goodness I was his mother, he was young there, stood up knowing that he has the confidence. And the moment he realized the teacher couldn't point out his own artwork, I saw his shoulders go back. I saw him take charge and point out his artwork. Because guys, we're the only ones that really matter. So there are going to be a lot of people in life, guys. There's going to be tons of them that come around and have so many opinions about what you should be doing. You tell them, I'm thinking of going back to school. And your dad or mother says to you, really? Like you're going to leave your stable job? You're going to go back to school for what? Like you're leaving your pension? You're leaving security to go back to school to do what? And the what is following your passion and your dream. And that opinion that's in you that knows what your journey should be. Nobody else does. A lot of times when people have these opinions about us, that's their junk they're putting on you. That's their garbage they're putting on you. Their lack of self-confidence that they didn't have the confidence to just say, I'm going back to school. I'm leaving my job and I'm starting my own business. I'm taking a dance class. Because you know what you're supposed to be doing. Your opinion matters. Guys, I got to tell you something. My son applied to Rosedale Arts School. And 6 weeks later, after his application, he got in. And yet there was a moment when a teacher tried to crush his dreams because of whatever she was going through, whatever she felt. Maybe she didn't have the balls to apply to an art school. I don't know. But her opinion could have crushed my son. He didn't realize he had that in him. And this was a massive lesson for all of us in my family. And leaving that day, I said to Hayden, don't ever let another person's opinion squash your dream or your passion or your intuition, because yours is the only one that matters. You go forward. Because guess what, guys? If you're not going to live your life, who is? Who's living it if you're not? So, Positive Word Wednesday. Self-confidence. Self-confidence in your own dreams, your own passions. Guys, you got this. And when you feel you don't, you got the Positive People Army behind you. You fully have me behind you. You reach out to me. You tell me. You tell me what you're going through. I will be there for you. And so will so many other incredible human beings in the PPA. So self-confidence, guys. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Again, if you're not going to live your life, who is? Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for listening. Positive Word Wednesday, my favorite day. You know how much I love story time. Have a great day, guys. Bye.